he's speaking to this fellow who's got him, bringing him around. It's his mate, and he's just an Afghan local. And that, obviously, certain things were done. Like, they take us to this cave where people living in these caves and whatnot, and I think they like bombed the caves or blew them up or something, when and killed a lot of innocent people and that. So, like, because in part of Afghan, in like back in the early 2000s, there were still people living in like that way of life, like in the deserts, in the caves, in the rocks. Like, not everyone lived in civilization. So they're
probably happy though, weren't they?
There's a lot of negatives that's gone on, so I'm not even going into it and saying like, obviously, you know, this, that, and the other. But from what I've seen with my own eyes, watching this guy on YouTube, it seems safe, mate. It seems sound. It seems safe. The people seem very interested and respectful. You get a few people that snag it if you record, and you've got to get permission. No, you can't just record floating down a Taliban stage. Like, if it's, you've got to get permission to do so, and you're all like, you need a guard.
It's not normal for them, that though, is it? Like, it's not normal for someone, even for them to be walking down the street with a camera. Do you know what I mean?
But then they're all interested to want to meet the guy and speak to him. There's a big crowd around and wanting to get, like, sometimes people ask him for pictures because he's just there. Like, how do you feel? How do you feel in the country? Do you feel safe? He's like, yeah. Like, that it's sad.
So you'd have reason not to, but yeah.
The only reason that we think of and we label, listen, lad, every single person that kills each other, in a sense of war for land or whatever, or oil or whatever it was, it's not nice. Okay, I'm not condoning it. Either parties, not really. It's not really good on either side. You know what I mean? But I've read something, and I think I'm sure it's true. You can Google it, I'm sure it is true. When America pulled out of
Iraq,
someone accidentally leaked a file over to Iraq, and it had all the intelligence files of the people that were helping the US. So obviously they all got smoked. Like, they all got killed. Do you know what I mean?
They should have been first though, shouldn't they?
To leave.
Are these like people who live there, or
locals? Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So like, obviously we had locals that were like translators and stuff like that.
See, that's what I mean. If they, like, months before or whatever, they just said, look, we're going to be pulling out this country. You've helped us a lot, blah, blah, blah. We're going to get you out of here, kind of thing. Do you want to come? You don't have to come. Give them the choice. But say if you don't, not even that. If you don't, like, it's up to you. But at least if something like this did happen, do you know what I mean? You're avoiding that kind of thing.
As I said, I don't know how true that is, but I watched.
Secret files got leaked. I
watched someone sitting in front of like a US senator thing, like saying, like, you might we released someone released XYZ thing that led to people getting.
Going back to the opium thing, isn't that opium going like Iraq and stuff like that?
No, hash. No. I don't know about opium, like, might do, but I know to go for hash. Afghan hash. A lot of the elders and that smoke hash.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you.
Allah was a stoner.
I don't know about that. Like, I don't know about that, but yeah, there's a lot of people like in the especially in the villages and stuff like that, and in that part of the world that hash is a big thing. What did they say? Afghan kush, lad. It didn't come from nowhere. Do you know what I mean? Kind of do go heavy kush, I think, and decent hash. That's what I'm on. But yeah, I still don't know if I'd go myself. I'd like to, but I wouldn't go unless I had a guard and I went with someone maybe. You're not. There's people going. You still get the odd person travelling through.
You probably will feel uncomfortable a little bit as well.
When you come back over, you're going to have to take a fucking full interview and that and shit like that. And that's why have you gone there? Because obviously the government's suspicious. It's like, nah, man. Man. Yeah. Lad, that's like, you're mad. Why are you suspicious of me, lad? I should be suspicious of you for going there originally. You know what I mean? Starting beefing.
Going there, hang on a minute, why was you there?
Yeah, why was you there, lad? You tell me first why you were there.
And I'll tell you why I'm going there.
You know what I mean? I was going just to show the people that it's changed, man, and it's not as scary as people make out to be. Like, I'm not condoning murdering, pillaging, all that shit that happened. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning bombing people and shit like that. But that shit that happens in war at the end of the day. If you're gonna invade somewhere and beef, then that's what happens. That is literally what happens.
You expect the backlash, haven't you?
That happens, you know what I mean? Like, it's consequences.
That just happens throughout history when someone does something like
always that. Well, we've just touched on it with China and that, and all us invading.
Same with Ireland, isn't it?
And and that's
the IRA wouldn't exist if they didn't invade. It's a similar thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mad. They instill they cause their own problems. That's what it results in. You cause your own backlash, don't you?
By doing certain things.
By thinking you can do whatever you want, kind of thing.
We should have never been there. That's just to be all and end all. Should have never been there.
But they come out with the worst thing is always all the lies that they come out about it.
But that's what's hard for us to pick through. We don't know what's true and what's not true because of all the news the news headlines and the bullshit that's created in headlines. They do it to persuade your judgment. That's the whole point.
It's when you see, I'm sure Bush or one of them said it. I'm sure they said that they knew there were no weapons of mass destruction. That's why they went over it.
I think it was Bush.
I don't know if it was our president, or our prime minister, or their president. It was one of them.
Blair, you mean?
I think it was. It was ours at the time.
It was Bush or Blair. It was one or the other anyway.
Yeah.
It was one or the
He
other.
just blew the hat off it anyway, didn't he?
But he's no longer in presidency. It was a long time.
But then, why isn't he brought up? Like, why isn't he in jail? I don't know.
Because he's a politician, lad. That's just part of an agenda.
So you just invaded a country, caused absolute havoc
lad,
for your own benefit, and you're just what?
He was just another puppet, though, innit?
I know they are all puppets, lad. Don't get me wrong. I don't think any president.
No, but you've got to put it this way: if like it goes to a room of people that all have that come in with intel, and then they all make a decision between each other. Obviously, the president
and you're the president, then they all go and tell you.
But if you're like general attorney, fucking attorney general, whatever the fucking called, the person who deals with the army tells you, listen, there's a threat of X, Y, Z reasons. You've got to fucking take that into consideration. Obviously, and then when you've invaded and started the war, to be fucking late at that point, you should have pulled the troops. The troops should have been pulled out years ago, but no point harping on about it. It's that thing that you can't change.
The same. It's like now the biggest oil companies in Iraq are English, French, and American. The biggest oil companies in them countries.
Where do you think they're getting the fucking? It's mad, like.
That's why I think they're in Ukraine now. You know, telling you.
Don't want to touch on that at all.
I know.
Nothing to do with us. Don't want to touch on it. I don't want to have any say on that while that's still ongoing.
But I'm sure they have a lot of. Ukraine have a lot of good stuff coming out the ground.
I'm not too sure. I'm honestly not too sure. I'm honestly not sure. I just know Russia got major oil anyway, haven't they? Also. Yeah.
But I don't know what natural resources. Like, do we grow any natural resources like other than like food, like farm stuff? Like I know, like a lot of pharmaceutical comes out of Ireland. Like, know what I mean? So like, what's our like?
A lot of pharmaceutical comes out of the UK.
Does it as well? Yeah.
Lads, in Liverpool.
It's not as big as Ireland, but it is.
There's loads of pharmaceutical companies and pharmaceutical factories in Runcorn.
Yeah. I work for one.
Big Pharma are the biggest criminals in the fucking world right now, mate. Honest to God, you are just killing people, and then you're creating a drug that says has a thing, but knowing it's got 3 side effects, it's got to take other drugs for.
Just keep it on the border of all, right? Just
fucking
keep
criminals. Nah, lad, you just fill your head with shit. You don't need fucking tablets unless you really do need certain products. Before Pharma was about, you didn't have tablets. Lad used to use organic, natural shit that comes from the ground.
I love all them ones that like your nan and I tell you about. So like, I think I had one where
Chinese medicine's the best form of medicine in the world, by the way. Like, if you're ever sick, go to a Chinese medicine.
I think it's like natural things, like so.
That's why I've just said Chinese medicine. That they make it out of herbal plants and that.
Oh, do they? Yeah. But then don't they like kill lions and stuff for like mad medicines?
No, that's fucking that's something else.
Oh.
When have you heard of a fucking lion in China?
No, but they get something out of
mountain lions, I think. But
no, they go over to wherever, hunt lions, kill them for sucking out the blood or the bones or whatever, that makes a certain medicine or something.
I haven't got a clue, mate.
Sure I heard about that.
But I'm not about that, but that sounds like some fucking tribal stuff. It doesn't sound like a fucking Chinese medicine.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like from a tribal. But yeah, any time I've like, honest to God, to hear the remedies that they put, like all these little things, and you need to eat a lot of garlic in your food as well. Sounds stupid, but
yeah, that's one thing I was going to say.
I think it's a pro-oxidant or antioxidant. I don't know.
So what do you reckon is? I think if you had a flu or something like that, what they used to do is like kids, like they get a bit of garlic, and they break the garlic in half, and they put it under the kid's foot and wrap it in tissue, and then the kids would go out playing and sweating all day, and it absorb all the toxins out the body, kind of thing, and make them better. I think that's what we need, natural, just things like that. You know what I mean?
Like the Chinese are fucking big on stuff like that, mate. People, lad, I'm not being funny, but what, like,
wasn't all like the Native Americans, Indians, and they the
same similar stuff? Yeah. They had I don't know whether they had ayahuasca them specifically, but they had all this.
It's the thing with food, though.
The peace pipe.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. That makes you see like you're in a self. That's meant to see you see like take a trip outside of your body and that. But the Chinese medicine, mate. Like that, if you look at like the way the Chinese, a lot of Chinese age brilliantly, lad, like unbelievably brilliantly, like the age fucking fantastic.
Yeah, they do.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's because of all the fucking scran meat, lads, all the good stuff, all the spices and the nutrients that they put in the food, and like I get a lot of garlic, like a lot of spice, like all that stuff, mate. That's good for your body, lad.
All brain food, lad, isn't it?
English food.
The food that's accessible to us compared to them is so different.
so shit.
This is so
But
beneficial.
It's not even just that. It's more the knowledge of how to make the food. Like, if you grew up in an atmosphere where where you're cooking all the time, if you learn that stays with you, them types of recipes for life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's interesting to see like how food can fucking really affect you and change. But it does it for the best.
I'm starting to learn that now. Like your body and your brain is so fragile, even to the smallest things.
100%. These are fucking.
Yeah.
Only have one of them a week if you're gonna have any. Just kill us. These you don't need them when you need to pay up. Only have about 3 swigs, and I'm over it already.
I had the chalice.
Yeah, the chalice of it. Chalice. But yeah, again, this is meant to be a colonial episode, colonialism, and I'd say it sort of did because
it did, but we just sort of touched on other
even on that
well,
point though, it's still sort of based on colonialism.
Yeah,
it's more
of the bits that tied into it.
No, but even that, the Afghan invasion stuff like that, the Iraq invasion, something that's still that's still more like that's like future colonialism because we were trying to go over and again take over for a certain reason that no one knows about because it weren't for what they said originally. Like so.
Well, it's not hard to see why.
No, it's not hard. It's just. I just don't understand the whole process of it all. Honestly, I've seen so many films, watched so many documentaries, and I still don't understand the real reason. They say it was because of this, because of they were fucking scared of fucking nuclear fucking weapons or some bullshit like that.
Even that's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse to go and invade.
So you can have them,
and then
other countries
exactly, and then it got to a point where it was like then he started chatting it. The real reason what conspiracy theorists come out with it's for oil and gold, for the minerals that come out the ground.
Yeah.
And
I thought it was the gold as well. Yeah.
I assume, I think he was, because if I'm right, didn't Saddam have like golden toilets and all stuff like that?
Oh yeah, actually, you rung a bell there. I think so. Yeah.
And stuff like.
I don't know. I'm not too sure, but I think I did there something like that.
Saddam is from.
Yeah, Saddam had them all under his belt, didn't he? Kind of thing.
Okay, so but didn't that originally come from the Americans going over to train soldiers, train civilians into soldiers, or soldiers to be like more advanced, and then they end up being.
I think Saddam used them as like a
like a training
tool. He got them over there to train all his soldiers, and then once he fucked them off, he thought, right, I can start probably what the China did, right? I can start my own military now.
But he's full on like. He was fucking smart, that mate. That's smart. Don't care what you're on.
And he wanted to start his own currency in his own, but he wanted to get rid of the dollar, and
that's half the reason.
That's probably what he would have done. Got rid of the dollar. That's what oil and.
That's probably why they smoked him.
Definitely why they smoked him.
As soon as you get rid of the dollar, lad, the whole US economy's ass is gone. Yeah. And right now, China are currently trying to work on a new currency. That doesn't get backed by the US dollar. I think it is, or some part of the world.
Yeah. They're trying to get gold based.
It's gold based. So
they're getting them to all join that BRICS, aren't they?
If that happens, no word of a lie, the pound will go to bits, the dollar will go to bits, and our both economies will fall flat on their ass, mate. Like bad. So that literally back fucking hell, lad. You couldn't get away with going to war now over something like that and bringing up some bullshit agenda because we're already on to, you're on it.
Yeah.
But we're going to wrap up on this episode because it's got a bit off tangent more than I wanted it to. But it was enjoyable. I quite enjoyed the few little bits and the little bobs there that we had to go with it. But I do appreciate you watching. Give us a like, a little subscribe, and do you know what? Before you do go, actually, the biggest thing I want to know is because I'm going to start doing this soon. Send me in a scran, so some food that reminds you of like your grandma or your nan, as we say.
Just something that reminds us of what your nan used to do. You're all going to your nan's. Like even like if your nan used to come every day, you come to your nan's and she'd always give you a cup of tea and bourbons.
Yeah, no, like
do you know what I mean? Just something that makes you think, that's my nana. Do you know what I mean?
Some sort of food, but preferably one you can make though, because I'm going to chef it. So we're going to start doing this now. Where like once every couple of episodes, we're just going to get the fucking cooker out and we're just going to chef a little scran up from one of the viewers has requested. Do you know what I mean? So send me it in. I'll Google it, see what the ingredients are, and then
we'll have a little laugh making it up, seeing what we can do. Because we're not the best.
I'm about to cook shit.
Now
you can cook stuff that's from like if it's frozen and it needs to go in the oven for a certain time.
That's not cooking though, is it? I don't think.
Well, that's all you've ever done your whole life.
I suppose.
I've never seen you make that's the same. You get it out of a bag and put it in for a certain amount of time. The bacon, like the bacon, he does a nice brekkie. I'm not going to argue that he does do a nice brekkie. But cooking is, you're making it fresh. It's like, you're not fresh, like pasta's fresh, but like you're making your sauce yourself and you're making your pasta, and like you're not just using the fucking Lloyd Grossman's. Like that's not cooking. Everyone can do that. But no, actually, I'm lying. Some people really can't read instructions. You know, like I find it head baffling that people can't cook. You read the fucking instructions. Like come on. But yeah, we're wrapping it up. I'll see you next time. Peace.
See you in a bit.